This is the second game that I managed to play with the opponent from the double elimination tournament that I played in. It was a very, very fun game, and thankfully he let me play one of my favorite openings. So let's get into it. We start off with the normal e4, e5. Go into it really quickly, and I get to play the Petrov, the Russian defense. I get to play an opening that is renowned for being drawish, which I don't see as being a bad thing for black, while simultaneously I can be aggressive. So I don't see a negative here. He captures, I push, he comes back, playing through the main line opening. Now he plays that bishop to c4. I get it, it's more aggressive, but I don't like it. I've played this many times where after I push that pawn to d5, this light squared bishop ends up being isolated. It gets exiled over here on the queen side of the board. And I've seen it so many times for white where that bishop just doesn't get back into the fight. It doesn't return to the fray. Unfortunately for white, that is, it stays out of the fight. And in doing so, I intentionally use my pieces and fight on the light squares. Typically on the king side of the board, because it's where my opponent tends to castle. So, as they say, when the light squared bishop is away, all the other pieces will play. I bring bishop up, we get the castle, He brings rook over trying to kick that knight out, and I bring bishop down. So my goal here is to rapidly develop as quickly as possible while simultaneously trying to play some type of prophylaxis where it hinders his development and makes it not so easy for him to make choices about what he wants to do. So it's not so free and easy. He pushes me away. I go away, right? The computer says, hey, you should have taken. I don't like the ideal of activating my opponent's queen. Perhaps it's perfectly fine, but I don't like the ideal that now he's going to get another piece in the fight. It's going to become centralized, and oh, okay, it's saying that I would have the ability to play for that weakness. I didn't see that during the game. What I seen was my opponent's queen gets active and their pieces get centralized. So I pull back, he keeps pushing me. Come all the way back, he moves the knight twice. That makes me happy. So I see the weakness here where the bishop and the knight can work together, right? Where I seen it was right here when this knight first hopped in. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to play the bishop up, but the problem is that I can't continue to aim at f7, right? So the knight and the bishop can't work together to hit f7 simply because my opponent, white, can play this pawn up to d4, stopping me. So because of that, because it can be bishop to c5 and then d4, I didn't want to play that line. I didn't want to do that. So instead, what I decided to do is I play bishop over. He brings the rook up. I bring the queen up. He takes the knight, or sorry, he takes the bishop here. I take back with the f. Now it took a lot of time off my clock here making a decision about what I could actually accomplish. Because if I take here, I felt like this was way more safe. But here leaves me open to this light squared bishop that I'll have to face down. So, I don't know. Didn't know exactly how to play that for a while. It took a lot of time, and then I started seeing mating opportunities where the queen, this queen, the knight, and the bishop can work together down here to attempt to end the game soon. So he captures. I capture. He plays rook check. I pull king up here. And so the reason he's sacrificing the rook is because what's occurring is that if we take it back a little bit, not only did I have the queen, the knight, and the bishop, but the rook now gets revealed and gets to enter the fight as well. Everything forming a battery or setting up a blind here at this f2 square. So the moment that his rook comes away, now the rook can play. He plays that check because what's occurring is my pieces are actually coming together right here at this H2 spot. So the rook and the queen are attempting to end the game now, and he sees it. King pops up. Rook plays for the check, trying to buy him time. King captures. Queen plays check again, trying to buy time. And now trying to eliminate one of my assaulters. He captures. I capture. And now I go on to win this maybe 6 moves later, maybe, we'll say. Something like that. The game ended fairly soon. But the opponent was extremely strong. And I was apprehensive going into the game, wondering about what was going to happen, wondering how the opening was going to go, how it was all going to play out. You know, the normal pre-game jitters that everybody feels. It was fun. Come check out the next one.